No.
Would it be opossums or just possums?
It says opossum or possums.
So they're singular and plural.
No.
It's another opossum kind of night.
Possums are back.
Sam, it's a possum night.
Yeah, we had another visitor.
Officially a possum.
Does they
Actually,
win?
they're actually not visitors. They're captives.
They're prisoners.
They are captured and
they're
brought into the
prisoners
house.
of war. Nature war.
Prisoners of something.
Hey, Luds.
Yo.
Do you remember the last time that happened? Did the Stars win that game?
I'm going to say
They haven't lost again.
yes.
The bet would be yes.
So there's a pretty good chance that they're 2-0 when Lucky brings a possum into the house.
Lucky's lucky.
I like it. Possums in the Ludwig household. Stars winning on the road. You can book it here on the DLS Stars postgame show. This is the DLLS Stars postgame show. Once again, victorious. Luds is bored. No, he's not. But it does feel a bit repetitive in the greatest way. We'll get into all of it. Craig Ludwig, Sam Nessler, Owen Newkirk, Ryan Vaughters, our producer. Let's talk about the brand new DLLS hat collection. It is available on sale now on our website, alldlls.com. Check those out. The crest, which is the one on the left. Then you have the Mavericks themed with where it says little All City over it. Then the DLLS hockey stars with the green, and then the flag, the white one over on the other side. We'll talk about that more later. I know Luds is very excited to talk about the face-off collection. If you haven't heard already, we'll get to all that. But boys, we joke because it's been fantastic, but points in 25 or 23 of their last 25. So if you do some quick math, they have 41 points out of a possible 50 during that span. That is over 800 hockey. And every time I do that, we keep adding another win, another 2 points, and those point percentage figures keep going higher. 4 wins in a row. Point streak now at 11. Road point streak, which is a franchise record, at 13. Casey DeSmith with points in 10 consecutive appearances, starts. Now he is 7-0-3 since his only regulation loss of the season in his first start. Luds, do you recall the franchise record for Dallas Stars' longest point streak at one time?
No. I don't
You
know what
should.
the shortest one is either.
Because you played on the team.
Yeah, that means nothing.
You guys had a 98-99 15-game point streak.
How many games is this?
We're up to 11. A little ways to go.
The only thing that sucks about that whole thing is the team ahead of them and the team behind them are virtually in the same place.
Keep putting points.
Those three teams they just kind of stay. They keep doing what they do. Who's gonna take a step back first? That's almost.
Well, we're gonna see the one behind him on Thursday night up in Minnesota.
Yep.
You know, Jake is fired up because he always seems to play really well at what was formerly known as XL Energy Center. Sam, do you remember the name of the name change for the Wild, the arena?
Yes.
What is it?
What is it now? Oh, no. Sorry. I remember XL Energy Center. I don't know what it is.
Grand Casino Arena.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Not Big Casino, Grand Casino.
Just
Arena.
as catchy.
Well, is it better than Benchmark International Arena?
Nothing's worse than Crypto.com Arena.
That's fair.
That's the worst
Yep,
one.
I can't argue that. Although Benchmark is a close second.
Yeah, it's not good either.
BIA sounds more like an airport than it does a NHL arena. But we digress. Themes tonight. Should we start with Mikko Rantanen with 3 assists, factoring in on most of the offense in a game they got outshot, outchanced, and it didn't matter because they led from 44 seconds into the game all the way through to the finish line?
You could go that way. I'd be going with Roope.
Why?
Roope Hintz, I just think is 80-some% again on the faceoff, goal, couple assists. He's just been a horse in the circles.
10 of 12.
Doesn't seem like he loses a faceoff there, and maybe it's because he's finally as close to healthy as he can be, and on that, and you bring up Mikko. Of course, Mikko's the guy every night, and what blows me away is the power play. Just the way that there is no panic on that power play.
None.
And I was talking to you guys earlier upstairs, and there's a lot of teams and a lot of coaches and a lot of players, if they were moving the puck around the perimeter the way that Dallas does, coaches would be having a fit. The players on the bench would be having a fit. But these guys don't need to force things through the middle because they wait patiently until they find that little seam, and then it turns into a scoring chance, and then they pounce on rebounds. So, they just keep on marching on, and again, it's the best players that are doing all the heavy lifting for the most part. And the other thing I do want to say is I love how he's kind of got his group for penalty killing. There's the right guys for me are killing penalties now.
That's a great point.
And I say grunts, and I don't mean it in a negative way.
Lunch pail guys.
I mean, when you have Steele and you got Ristkovian and Blackwell, Beck, and so they're doing that hard work. Maverick's gotten out there a couple times, but they're doing the hard work, and they're playing in the right areas of the ice for the most part. There's going to be one little boo-boo tonight, but for the most part, they're always in the right spots. They're keeping it tight. They're in those shooting lanes. And then who has to be your best penalty killer is the goaltenders, both of them.
And you mentioned the penalty kill. 31 in a row now for the Stars penalty kill successfully. They came into the game, Luds. So they went 4 for 4 tonight. They have not given up a power play goal against since November 22nd on the Mikko Rantanen major penalty in Calgary. And then the back half of that 5-minute major, they scored on that, Calgary did. That counts as one power play. And then if you have a major where a goal is scored, it's as if a new power play starts with the remaining time, et cetera, because you can't score more goals than power play opportunities. Since then, they have not yielded one. They are 48 of 51 in the last 16 games, which is about 94%.
Are they in the top 5 now?
They're
7th?
They reached the top 10 going into tonight's game. I wouldn't be surprised if they crept higher than that after this one.
When you talk about so what's the percentages now for both of them?
The
power play has got to be 30.
Is now 32 of 99, so
okay.
Right around 33%. Yeah. And then the penalty kill 17
overall
out of overall. I'm just looking at this is for the season, yeah. So they've given up 17 on 99. So basically they're up to 83%. Yeah. And remember how bad their first 15 games were.
Yeah.
They just keep climbing.
The number used to be when you combine those two.
To 100 plus?
Well, it was 104.
Yep.
And then that has gone up in the past few years because of the amount of power plays and penalty kills. So if you're around 107, 108, your special teams are.
How about if you're 115?
Yeah, again, sorry, it's 110. It went from 104 combined back then to 110 because of the amount of special teams and everything that's going on. So they're way above it.
But I always thought if you were at about 25% on the power play and 80% plus on the PK, right? That's 105. So 105, 110, yep. That was a good number. But when you're over 110, you're really having a special team season. Yep. Sam,
tell me.
First takeaways, thoughts about what we're seeing here, and this. I'm trying not to take it for granted because this is a good team and we expected them to be. Early this year, Luds, we kept talking about the results. I'm not taking it away from Sam. Sam is still going to you. But we were talking, Luds would go, he would just say, yeah, they won a game, but this is wrong, right? The first 3 games, they won at Winnipeg, they won at Colorado, then Minnesota at home. And we said, this is going to catch up to them because they're not doing all the things. They're winning because of this or winning because of this, but there's some warts out there. Gully admitted as such. They lost the next 3. They lost to overtime against LA. Since then, they have been just an absolute wagon. And it feels as though again, it's not flawless, but the wrinkles have been slowly being ironed out of the game by the team and by the coaching staff. And suddenly we're getting a point where it feels like this is a machine. It's not necessarily automatic, but it's here we go again, right? Just a ho-hum, figured out a way to find a way. I mean, I'm going to make a Patriots reference, right? Most of the time when I know, go Browns. When the Patriots were really good, they weren't always annihilating teams. They just simply found a way to be 1 to 3 points better than you on that given week. That's how you win games. It's not, I mean, the Avalanche are outscoring teams and looking amazing, but doing enough to win is all you have to do.
And that's why I wonder how sustainable it is. I'll be the negative one here. Not because I don't think it is, but I'm truly wondering if this is just the way they're playing. I mean, they lead. I think they have the league's best shooting percentage. They got the league's best power play. They got right now the league's best goaltending going on. They have probably the league's best, if not one of, the penalty kill run right now. Jason Robertson is on. Everything they're doing is up near the top of the league. So the reason I bring that up is because I wonder if they don't have the basically one power play goal every game, or if they don't have the shooting percentage that's that high, how close those games are, because they're not. You just mentioned it; they're winning by 1 a lot of times, right? Even in games where they're up 3-0 and it looks like they could walk away. We know they're not going to Manitoba, but in general, these games have been tight, and I'm wondering how long that's sustainable. But I just wrote this in my article, and I mean it. Who cares? Because this isn't game 86 or whatever where the playoffs where every little thing matters.
What I was going to add to everything you're saying, I was going to say, the only bad news in all this, it's not April 16th. Because that would be the day after the last game.
Yeah, you'd be finding a way.
You'd be looking at game 1 of the playoffs.
And then in the playoffs, again, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
None of this matters. So, yes, you can look at it deep, and we'll talk about it on our show of this. Is it sustainable? What happens if one of those things drops? Are they going to start losing a lot of those close games? Right now, it doesn't matter because they're not. Everything's rolling. They're doing well. And keep in mind, guys, this team is still dealing. You said, 4 players are still out?
4 players.
And that's pretty much the lowest they've had in a while.
Sagan's going to be for a majority of the season, if not the whole year.
Mitchell's a long time.
Yep.
So
Bushkin is shorter.
The fact that they're dealing with all
Adam
that.
Ernie is still long-term.
Yeah.
So 3 of the 4 are pretty long-term injuries.
That makes it even more to my point of who cares if it's sustainable. Right now, they're finding a way to win games despite injuries, despite slow starts, or despite letting teams back in the game. They're winning the game, getting 2 points, and extending point streaks. And unfortunately, as Les just said before the show, no one above them or around them is losing to help the Stars. I mean, any other season, it feels like the Stars would have an 8-point lead on the Western Conference.
Here's what I'll say when you say nothing else matters, which is one of my favorite Metallica songs.
It's a phenomenal song.
There is a couple things that matter. And it's when you do hit a speed bump here, or you're getting to a certain area and a wheel falls off, you can reflect back to all the things that you did the right way, and when you were missing key players, and if we're not playing well for 2-3 games, the coaches will do that. They kind of go back in a time capsule and they look at a couple little things and what were we doing then? And we had guys out. What is there something that we're not doing there? And players can do the same thing, So, but yeah, everything is, again, everything's not great because they're not all completely healthy. But I just think for the confidence that they're building as they're going through this and the feeling, and I think they've got a pretty grounded group in there because of the guys that have been around that have gotten close to winning a championship and aren't quite there, that their focus is probably going to be in the right direction. Because you have some guys in there, one and talking about Tyler, that you kind of win one for Tyler kind of deal. Jamie, it's been a while, and some other guys that have been playing and they haven't won either, that our job isn't finished yet. You can get into January and you can get into February and you go on your break and you come back and you feel good about yourself should they carry on like this. You when you get back and you get started in whatever the date they get started, it's like we start all over again.
What do you think the confidence level is from the players?
Through the roof. I don't even know what you're going to ask me, but it's through the roof.
In general, but remember, we had a coaching change. I'm sure we all remember, but
I don't think they care. They don't remember that.
But do you think there were any, within the players groups as they see the early hiccups of, we haven't figured the system out or we got to get better at it. We were thinking it through. I actually had a clip cut from Gullitson this morning where he was asked by one of the Winnipeg media about you've sort of balanced playing structured with allowing your players to play free and improvise and feel the game. Would you like to play it? Would you like to do it after the break? Let's do it after the break here on the DLS Stars post-game show.
What kind of dreams did you have when you were a kid? For me, I wanted to be a professional hockey player. By the time I was about 8, I realized that wasn't going to happen because I wasn't very good. Then I wanted to be in sports like I am now. What did you want to be? Well, I'll tell you right now, if you're thinking of starting your own business, Shopify is the e-commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world. And guess what? 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. Shopify even powers the DLLS merch store. Like this baby right here. We had all the big sales. We had all the cool stuff going on. That's because Shopify makes it easy for you to get on there and execute your order with ease. Shopify's got you covered with website creation, product descriptions, email and social media marketing, and plenty more. They also have AI tools designed to help you maximize sale. You're ready to sell. You're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allcity. That's shopify.com/allcity.
If you're like me and you sometimes struggle with last minute holiday shopping, whether it's ideas for that hard to buy for person in your circle, or maybe it's just you wait to the last minute and things start to run out and you're up against the clock. Well, no more. Aura frames. Get one of the Aura frames. They're fantastic and they will literally work with anybody on your list because you can connect with it. Even when you buy it, they have these beautiful gift boxes. You can scan a QR code. There's no price tags on it and send it off. And then you can add photos or videos to it all the time. You don't have to be next to the person that receives it. So for limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames, which are named #1 by Wirecutter. Use the promo code DLLS at checkout. That's auraframes.com. Promo code DLLS. Aura Frames, the perfect holiday gift. Okay, carrying over what we were just talking about, the evolution of this roster with the change in coaching. Because, again, they got off to a great start with winning 3 games. Then they lost 4 in a row. And so then there started to be a little bit, I wonder if there was any doubt in there. Well, since then, they are 18-2-5, 41 points. I would have to think, as Lud said, through the roof, sky-high confidence in not only their group of players with all the injuries they've had, but also in the coaching staff and the systems that the coaching staff, Glenn Gulletson and his group, are trying to implement. There may be times in seasons where a coach comes in, especially to an established group like the Stars, who have been very successful but haven't won the cup, but have gone a long way. So things have been working. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. And then this goes along. If there was any lingering doubt amongst the players, Luds, I would have to think this stretch of games has everybody bought in.
Well, I mean, from a coaching standpoint, we're not trying to get you guys to play a completely different game.
Right.
85/200. We're talking about 30 to 40 feet in one zone. That's all we're trying to get you to do. And again, it worked, fairly well for the last coaching group too, right? I mean, they were still one of the best teams in the league. Now, and really what the ones that you got to sell it to are your best players, the guys that like to put the points on the board, because it's now they're like, wait a minute, now we got to be in front of the net, and now we're going to get hit by pucks and all this other stuff at the other end of the rink. But when you've got your best players doing it and your best players are bought in, which is usually the hardest part of ever changing a system, is to get the top guys bought into it, because the plugs will buy into whatever you're selling, because, hey, I want to play. So whatever you want me to do, dude, I'll do it. I'll go through the wall for it because I just want to get my ice time, because the other guys know they're always going to get their ice time regardless. But when they're buying in, your battle is there. And now what's going to happen, when they get down the road, as we said earlier, it'll be the best players leading the charge saying, we got to get back to what we were doing, for the first 30 games of the year. Should they, get off track a little
Okay,
bit.
this isn't exactly what I was talking about, but this is the clip from the pregame show that we were going to play. We ran out of time that I clipped from this morning when Gully was talking about allowing his players to play on instincts and not just rely on their structure the entire time.
There's structure here. Obviously, any NHL team has structure, but I think one thing that we've been trying to preach here a little bit is just that instinctual play. Having guys play, for lack of a better term, road hockey at times too, especially offensively, but making plays that they can instinctually make and not, trying to script everything. And that's something that I thought is, we've got a lot of good players here, and if you watch the great teams, it's those players doing something that's maybe a little unorthodox or something you can't teach is what separates the good from the great. So you want to bring that out in your players.
And Luds, I would suggest that freedom extends further the farther away from your own end of the ice gets.
Well, that's what he's talking about. Like he put in when he put the words in, especially offensively.
Yes.
You're not taking creativity away from these guys. And when you're in your own zone, honestly, I don't think Gully's going to come out and say it, but you've heard a couple raising your voices in practices. The D zone is non-negotiable. This is how you play. This is how we're going to play as a team.
That's the structure.
And that's the structure. And you know what? If you're in the right spots, yes, you're going to get hit by pucks sometimes, but we're going to be the five guys all over, and they're going to be a perimeter kind of group. And if they want to try to come through us and get to the front of the net, they got to pay a price to get there. And we got tons of confidence in our goaltenders. Let them make the first save, and we just have to be there for the rebounds. We don't want our goaltenders to have to make a 10-bell save and then another 10-bell save and then another one, and I don't think we're seeing a ton of those. Are there some good quality scoring chances? Yes, but there's really good players in this league. They're going to create their chances at time. You can't. That's why goalies get paid.
Okay, one more, and then we're going to get into Luds' breakdowns. Ryan, Stars video number 4 from our pregame show, because this has to do with these themes. Here's Glenn Gulletson talking when asked about if he was at all surprised about the team's strong start to the season.
So Glenn, admit it, at this point in the season, before the season started, you wrote down and you knew this is where you would be standing in the standings.
Yeah, no chance. No, but I knew how good the team was, right? Having played them, prior in the last couple of years in the conference final, and then they've gone to 3 conference finals. I think they had 106, 109. I'm not sure right off the top of my head points last year, and you knew they were going to be a great team. We were a little worried in the beginning with the injuries, but we had, like I said, we had guys step up.
You see up in the top right-hand corner up there where it says 4-3?
I do.
If they get their other goaltender back, this game could be different.
It could be.
I'm just saying, because there was
he was shaky.
a couple goals that I'm not saying they weren't worthy goals, but there's a couple goals there tonight. I think that if Hellebuck is in there,
I believe that is a nice segue to your breakdowns. Let's start with the opening goal tonight, 44 seconds into the game.
Okay, I don't remember. Is this what the puck? No, perfect. Which one is this?
Esa Lindell. You have
this is
you don't even have to talk through this one. There's words everywhere.
Here, and Ryan's giving me a hard time here. He's going, man, you got a lot of writing on here. But what I wanted to show here's the shot from Wyatt. But the important part is, click, rebound, get the puck back. Then Wyatt gets another pass from, guess who, 96, shot. Then what happens is, rebound, get the puck back again. Again, being in the right places, and then ultimately shot from Esa. But really what happens is it's what goes on in front. These are all the little greasy details that you talk about all the time, is that the getting to the front of the net, recovering your first shots, and winning 50-50 puck battles along the wall. And there's going to be examples coming up again. But those are the greasy little things why they're scoring the goals. Yes, there's highlight reel goals from these guys. There always are. But you're getting some of the greasy goals. And a lot of times, you feel, as a group, you feel better about those dirty goals than you do the tic-tac-toe ones.
Mm-hmm. Sam?
Yeah. He's writing an article, I guess.
I know. Are you with us?
Now I'm reading the chat.
Okay.
Oh, you're reading the chat.
Are you
trying
trying to figure out the love to the Cleveland Browns or Zootopia 2?
Oh, I didn't get there yet.
Oh, he's way behind.
I'm way behind. I'm
Okay.
catching
Anybody
up.
donating or what are they?
We got a couple super
Or
chats.
gifting,
We
or
got
what's
some
it
super
called?
chats. Super chats.
Yeah, he wants to know about the Supporters Club giftings.
Oh no, I haven't
Oh,
seen
is that what
any
I wanna
yet.
know? Yeah.
I think so.
Because I'm happy. I got one from T.O.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
You
means.
got one?
Yeah, he said I get a shirt or something like that.
No,
Didn't I get a shirt?
He, because of all the Supporters Club gifting, was promised a shirt from GM Ben. And T.O. said, no. I think he earned 2 of them.
Oh,
And he
so
said,
he
I'm going to
gave
give one to
Lutz.
Luz and one to Sean.
You didn't get one yet?
I never get anything around here.
I got to steal one from Ben's office today.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
Esa Lindell scores the opening goal 44 seconds in. And, it's funny, Luds, because you're right. Hellebuck maybe makes that save or maybe controls it differently or what have you. But I don't know if he can he would change the psyche of this team.
Oh, yeah.
They're way more confident, and he makes a big difference, obviously. But on the flip side, a goal in the first minute of the game feels exactly where the Jets are psychologically right now.
But I'm telling you, Scott O'Neill and his coaching staff are sitting in the office after, and they're saying, if we had our other guy, we probably, they got to talk themselves into positive things too.
Right.
we probably win that hockey game. And again, they got to find something good to build on because they haven't had a lot of.
Well, the Stars only had the 1 goal in the first period. That was the only goal.
to go get some lip gloss?
He had to go get a little chapstick. He's been licking his lips too much, Lutz. One quick one I wanted to bring up before we go to the second period was Sam Steele's shorthanded breakaway. Just because we love to cheer Sam and also kind of tease him because he has a lot of scoring chances. They don't always go in the net.
Yeah, it didn't go in the net.
It didn't go in the net. Fair enough.
Great job getting yourself an opportunity.
Stars drew a power play late in the period. Each team had one man advantage early and didn't score, but it carried over into the start of the second period. And Roope Hintz did not miss, and Dallas doubled their lead very early in the second.
Again, you look at it, and there's some of these opportunities. Here's a 50-50 puck battle. You get on the wall. You recognize what the situation is. First off, you're on the power play. So it can't be an even number over there. So now it's a one-on-one. They're sending their second man over. So what does Dallas do smartly? They bring in 2 more. So now all of a sudden you've got a 3-on-2 over there on the wall, and you're going to win this puck. And so they're not – a lot of times you see power plays just kind of stand around. Hey, guys, win that puck.
And that drives me nuts when they don't take advantage of their numerical advantage to outnumber a situation somewhere.
Yeah, you have a man advantage for a reason.
Yes.
That's the whole purpose of the whole thing. And then this is Wyatt again. I mean, down by the net, and look. I mean, anyway, I just love the whole. The pass is just incredible. But if you go back again to Wyatt for a second, if you could, Ryan. So yeah, right here. Prior to this, Wyatt, and again, we can't show it to you live, but Wyatt had taken a look behind him, so he knows where Rantanen is. This is a little touch pass where you just curl your stick, right-handed, he turns his hands over, he kind of cups the puck a little bit, and then he lets it drag back a little bit. Rantanen finds it, but then what Rantanen has already spotted is he knows exactly where Hintz is. So the puck isn't even on his stick.
Quick look.
In one motion.
He loves that.
He just slides it over to here, and then for Hintz to get it now, first off, look at the goaltender, and again, I think you call that losing your net.
Yeah.
But what Hintz does, he gets a ton on this, and he's in an awkward position, and the puck's between his legs, and his stick is in there, and he gets enough of it to throw right in the middle of the net. So,
not the first time he's done that either. I don't remember what game it was, but he got a feed into the slot, and he had to get his hips around and open up, and he got a lot on it. And you said the same thing. You said, I'm surprised he got that much on it. Ryan, can you go back to Wyatt real quick? That with the puck on the next to the net, if that's possible.
You got to give him a warning.
Sorry, I should have said it while I was still there.
There we go.
Just where Wyatt has it.
Right back couple.
One more. Yep. So right here, Lutz, you said Comrie loses his net, and he does on the next play. But also, this is a big no-no for goalies. This puck should never go across your
through
face
there
like this. It is in the blue paint when it gets across to Mikko Rantanen. Comrie just doesn't look like he's settled the whole game, and you notice it on the first goal. He's poking all the rebounds right back out to Dallas skaters. This one, he's get kind of stuck in between positions. His stick is in the wrong spot, and then Ryan, if you go forward, he's trying to make up for that time. So he thinks this is going to be a Rantanen shot. So he's overcommitting to that, and the next one here, he's overcommitting to it, and then once that pass goes, he's gone. And I believe that when the goal goes in, he finishes way out of position. So that's just a good example of the reason I brought it up, because you said Hellebuck Hellebuyck probably makes a better play.
Yeah, because I think what it would be is Hellebuyck is a bigger goaltender, so he plays deep in his net, and when he goes down, he can cover one post over here and cover one post over here. So he doesn't really have to go up and back. He just kind of goes east to west versus north and south. So both legs are covering the areas that you just talked about. And then when it does move past him, like you said, if it does, he just kind of turns his shoulders. And so he just takes up a lot more space there.
I'm laughing because as you guys are having this debate about Wyatt or discussion about Wyatt, one of the guys in the chat says, Sam looks really comfy. Owen looks itchy. I don't know why. I don't know. Do I look itchy?
No.
It's a great shirt, by the way. The
You look
Wyatt
good.
shirt. You talking about Wyatt? I'm just sporting 16-bit Wyatt. All right.
I am cozy, though.
What's that?
I am cozy.
Good. I'm glad you are. The sweatshirt does look comfortable.
That's nice.
Yeah. Let's
Get
talk
it at
about
Dlls.com.
the fact that I like that. Nice plug. So 1:16 into the second period, Roope scores. If we just broke it down, little over a minute later, actually a minute 15 exactly. So inside the first 2 minutes and 31 seconds of the middle frame, they have 2 more goals, and this one's Alexander Petrovic. And other than maybe Sam Steele scoring because of our running gag with it, I don't know if I'm more happy for a guy to score than Petro.
Oh, I am. I mean, I'm kind of biased. I mean, to Petro, I think he's paid his dues, and I think he should have been here a long time ago. But regardless, he hangs in there. But so here again, and look at who's getting pinned up against the wall here. This is Ritzy Ritz. He goes in and he fights his way through 2 of these guys to be the first guy on that puck. A lot of guys would want to play on the perimeter, right? So here's Bork. Bork comes in. He's up against a player that's 6'7", 230 pounds, right? So, but watch what, well, again, you'll see in the next frame. Can't really watch it, but now there's the battle. This is, again, 6'7", 230. I'm sorry, but Maverick is maybe 5'7".
I think he's 5'10".
But I'm just saying, he's not
He's
a big guy.
5'10", like you're 5'10".
On the roster.
But he comes out of the pile or out of that particular car crash right there with the puck here. And then what he does, he tries to wrap it around, and I think he's trying to wrap it just on the goaltender here, and it slides off, and it goes out into the middle, up by the face-off dot area, and then he wins that race to get to that puck also, another 50-50 puck battle that ultimately he moves it out, and then it gets across, and this little pass here to Petro, he just slides it to Petro, and then again, for me, has a lot to do with the traffic. Again, this is paying the price. This is your third, fourth line guy.
How many times did we not have this picture last year?
Yeah, because guys were standing on the perimeter waiting for an easy goal.
Honestly, this photo looked like what the Stars were dealing with in the defensive zone a lot last year, where the man-on-man coverage led to congestion in front of their goalie. Now they're doing it to them.
Yeah, and sometimes you're wondering, I mean, again, sometimes eyes just have pucks. You're probably, how is that making it through? And I guarantee you, okay, I like Petro a lot, but he didn't pick the spot that it went in.
No, he threw it.
This is get it off the stick.
Maybe throws it far side to get away from blockers.
Get it to the net, but to be able to find a hole through there, that's not what it is.
He's trying to put it past the first
and
guy,
that's all
right?
you
That's
should
all
do.
you have to do.
You, as a defenseman from the point, so many times that you'll see guys hesitate, and they're like, well, there was another guy in front of the net. Don't worry about that one. Get it past the first guy. And, a lot of times in that scenario, though, too, what defense, the real smart ones will, they will shoot that puck purposely short side, have it come off the dasher board, and then it'll pop out in front. And then you've got your forwards that'll roll off that coverage in front. Now all of a sudden they have the defenseman on the wrong side looking in, and then you roll off, and then it kind of ricochets off the dasher board right out in front of the net.
Yeah, and we're talking about finding a way and firing on all cylinders, all those things. 2 of the 4 goal scorers, Esa Lindell, Alex Petrovic.
Yeah.
Your 2 probably heaviest defensive players.
Yeah.
Things are working for this team right now.
Okay, we're now going to go to the Mark Scheifele show because Mark Scheifele
And Nils Lundqvist.
made this interesting. Yeah, the first one. Look, we're thrilled Nils Lundqvist is back in the lineup, but he's going to want this one back.
Scheifele picked up for me where he left off against this team, right? I mean, he was a Warrior last year, and his father had passed away and played in that final game, and he had a goal in that game, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, in that final game.
The only goal.
So anyway, okay, Nils, here we go. Well, it's a controlled breakout. It's a controlled setup. Scheifele, I drew this little yellow line because I want you to look at what Scheifele's trying to do. Scheifele knows that Nils is right-handed. So he's going to try to take away any kind of pass laying up that side of the ice. What does Nils see? He sees a whole bunch of open ice on the other side to the left side. Unfortunately, Nils is right-handed. Now, if he's left-handed, where I have that arrow drawn, he can take one step and make that pass. That's not a very good hockey stick, but he, and I think out there way up in the neutral zone, I believe it was Matt Duchene. It's hard for me to tell, but because he's right-handed, he's got to take another step to his left, and he's got to find a way to turn his body so he can make that pass all the way up in the middle. But what does that do? It buys time for Scheifele to go from as we're looking at it, from the right side of Casey to the left side of him, and that bought him some time. Scheifele does what you're supposed to do. You get your stick in a passing lane, does that. Nils doesn't bail out of that. He's married to it. And then ultimately that little blur up there was where it was supposed to go. Puck turns over. And then, sorry, Nils, but here's that passing lane again. You got a guy on his one-timer side, and Nils' stick is to the left. If he has it over there, probably he breaks that pass, cuts that pass off. But anyway, it was a great shot by Scheifele. I mean, sometimes you just give the shooters credit.
Should he be making that pass regardless of lefty or righty up the middle of the ice with a forechecker?
Well, if you're going to – no, there's time. If he was left-handed, again, you're playing against a really smart player. There's a reason that all worked out like that, because Scheifele recognizes he's right-handed, so I'm not going to let him pass it out on his forehand and see an easy play. So you, as a defending side of a play, you're trying to get him to go where you want him to go. So Nils could have skated that puck out, or he could, where he was trying to go, he could have went up off the wall, and then it would come out in the middle of the ice instead of trying to force it through that.
And before you keep going, we are way past time because I'm thinking about it starting at 10, but we started at 9:55. So more with another Scheifele goal and breakdowns coming up on the DLS Stars postgame show.
15 nights until Santa's sleigh will be landing on your roof. Is it safe? No potholes, shingles in good condition? Any problems, you probably ought to call Qualis Roofing. I have a hard time right now, Sam, staring at me reading this. With over 700 5-star reviews and an average rating of 4.9, Qualis is one of the most trusted names in roofing across North Texas and Austin. Businesses and homeowners consistently praise Qualis for their honesty, follow-through, and quality workmanship. They specialize in both residential and commercial roofing projects. Based right here in North Texas, Qualis isn't some storm-chasing fly-by-night crew. They're committed to doing things the right way. Schedule a free roof inspection and get a free DLLS shirt. Replace your roof with Qualis. Just choose between a free Blackstone grill and a Traeger smoker. Qualis isn't just good at roofing, they're great at communication. You'll always know where that project stands and what to expect next. Call or go online to schedule your free roof inspection, and don't forget to ask about your free grill. Visit QualisGC.com, that's QUALIS, or call 817-500-9008. Nailed it.
You know that moment when you realize you just left your favorite pair of sunglasses 3 states away, or maybe you left them in your pocket, you sat down to tie your shoes and crunch. Well, with Shady Rays, you don't have to worry about those moments because they're beautiful, durable, good-looking, polarized sunglasses that are designed to live with, not just look at. So you can have great frames that are not stupidly expensive, and even if you have an accident on the very first day, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair, no guilt trip, just replacements. So you can actually wear them, whether you go to a concert. Sam is always out hiking. I don't know why, but he's always hiking. Well, now he can wear his sunglasses without worrying about ruining them when he falls down the trail, because we know that happens. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. If you go to their website, shadyrays.com, use the code DLLS35 for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Bang.
I love the celebrations on our ad reads.
I know.
I get excited when I get it done in one take. Not.
Let's talk about if you want to carry it over the Nils Lundqvist conversation or go right into the Scheifele.
No, I do have a question because we were just talking about, I was just curious if, to me, that looks like all the things you said, obviously, but the other thing for me with Nils is when you come back from not playing he was out almost 8 weeks. The pace of play can catch up to you quickly. So does that have anything to do? Good read by Scheifele, smart play by Scheifele, but is Nils maybe half a second slower than he would have been if he's been playing the game?
Yeah, but the other thing that Nils could do is because when somebody takes those lanes away from you, you should have a couple forwards coming back. and somebody's going to swing behind the net or they're going to curl in the corners or whatever, come back and help. He was a little anxious to get the puck out of there. And again, I think when you're coming back in, you're always thinking, get the damn thing out of our zone. Get it out as quick as you can. And there was a lane there. There's another route he could have went off the wall, like I said, and up through the middle of the ice. But again, unfortunately, when that happens, more often than not, it ends up in your own net, and you're like, why? I mean, why did that have to go right there? But that's just part of, he'll do something different next time, right? They win the hockey game, all good. It didn't cost you the game or goal, but that's a learning spot for him right now. And so the next time something like that happens, and the other thing that he could do there, I couldn't see where everybody else was. He just turns and he fires it, just rip it around on your forehand side. It'll end up going.
He had help. He
Yeah.
had player help on both sides. So
I'm laughing because the chat is already predicting that we're going to need to go to overtime tonight.
No, we're
I
not.
think they're wrong.
no chance.
But let's prove it. Scheifele's second goal in the second period made it 3-2 Luds.
Good. Let's go on to the next one.
That's your breakdown. Nice try.
Okay, go to the video. Okay, here, a little bad luck here. Original shot taken. This breaks Miro's stick in the shaft here. Puck ends up getting turned over. The only part of this whole thing, for right now, they're killing a penalty, and you look on the clock, there's 5 seconds or whatever. When it ultimately gets over here, I believe it was Sam Steele. I'm pretty sure Sam doesn't need to be over this far. As the only forward left, like you can, and again, I like when things tighten up. He needs to be, one guy needs to be in front because there's some kind of something breaks down, which something did. If he would have been in front, he probably cuts this pass off. And not only does he cut it off, it won't be able to be made. And now what you just did is you allowed your other couple players that are caught on the wall, you bought some time for them to get back. And then ultimately it's a pass and Scheifele hits it good and beats Casey. I think I couldn't tell if it went under his pad or just over the top of his left pad. But again, it's Mark Scheifele, who's, he's an elite player in this league, and he's got a great one-timer. We know that. We've seen enough of them.
All right, we go to the third period now, and we don't have the breakdowns because these happen later, and it's hard for our production staff, a.k.a. Ryan, to get this all done.
The staff.
Yep. Well,
the staff of
he does
one.
the work of like 4 people. So just imagine 9 people. Okay.
And the guy that makes those videos or like puts the circles and everything in there gets carried away a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of go a little overboard.
But that's okay. Jason Robertson scored a power play goal to re-up the 2-goal lead. And guys, this one, like the Roope Hintz goal was a nice execution down low. You broke that out. The passing, the patience on this one was sublime. I loved it.
But again, it's not even like it's slicing everything up. It's the patience not worrying about the time on the clock. So what I had, first they made 13 passes. And again, our team, I'm happy if they could make 3 passes. They make 13 passes to each other, take a shot, they get the rebound back. They make 8 more passes, and that one, I believe it was wide. He went to take a shot, he missed the net.
Yep.
But they fight to get the puck back again. Then they make 9 more passes, and Robo finishes it off. I mean, it's
doesn't it almost feel like they were toying with the penalty killers?
Well, what
in an intention.
But the thing is Winnipeg
way.
did the right thing because they're going, we're not. You're passing it out there because you don't like where we are,
Yes.
so we're going to stay here. So they're on the perimeter. The difference is there's 5 elite players that we're seeing right now that only need really 1 quality chance, maybe 2. And again, when you're getting it to the hot guy and he's got that shot, and there you go. Now what? You're smiling?
Sorry.
Is this a possum thing?
No.
What?
I like hot
No,
times
you
with
have
men. Exactly.
What was that? No, you don't have to replay it.
No,
Everybody
he
heard
does.
it. I did.
You should play it again. It's
I
one
like
of the
hot
great
times
sound
with men.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
That's me.
Oh, that's you? Oh, okay,
You
good.
don't
I thought
recognize
that was
Sam's
me
voice?
again. I heard that before. No, I don't really know. I
Okay.
don't even know what my voice sounds like.
Well, Logan Stanley, the 6'7" defenseman, scored on his own rebound to make it 4-3. And I'll let you guys talk it out, but then DeSmith made a big save on Adam Lowry. Then Harley had a great chance. Scheifele had a good look on the 6-on-4 power play. But other than that, Stars really didn't look up 4-3, didn't have trouble. But talk us through the Stanley goal.
Yeah, well, he just got his own rebound. He followed it up. The guy's got a little out of sorts right there, but it was one of those rebounds. And again, it was hard. I think it was Bork in front, but but it got away from Casey, and I couldn't tell what, again, there's times when we talk about it, like Jake there's not as much laying around.
Mm-hmm.
That one there kind of come off him like a trampoline, and Stanley and again, they're in a situation where they're down by a couple goals. Now you see a stay-at-home defenseman. They're gonna crash the net and try to get themselves back in there, and he did that.
Casey DeSmith finished with 30 saves on 33 shots to get the win. He's got points in 10 straight starts. How about that? 7-0-3. Stars we talked about before. 11-game point streak, 13-game road point streak, and points in 23 of 25 games, which I keep laughing of the absurdity. But we have a whole Super Chat segment still to come right here on the DLS Stars postgame show.
Bang.
But this one's live, guys.
This one's live.
Is it
so
me,
that's you and I think.
Yeah,
it is.
You want to switch it?
I don't even know what the first
You
part
talk about
is.
whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
And I'll come.
Well, let's
come
go
behind.
to the face-off collection. Let's get that out of the way because it is still here. Okay, we've seen enough of that. Let's get that.
No.
Let's do the Finnish Mafia one because we got Rantanen all over the map tonight. We got Hintz all over the map tonight.
Ryan's
wearing one tonight. Oh, did
Great
you get the
looking shirt,
picture of my
Ryan.
buddy at the party the other night? Not my buddy, but he was my buddy. He might be my buddy now. If they all have there he is. So I'm over at a birthday party, and here's this dude standing over there, and he was hammered, but he is standing back there, and I look over, and I'm like, wait a second, and it ends up being a Finnish Mafia shirt.
He's wearing our shirt.
And I think it's Rumbles or Rambles.
Ruggles.
He was rambling when I was talking to him.
If
Was he the
your
one who
text
fell over
the
the-
group is correct,
He
you
is the
texted us
one.
Ruggles.
As I was walking out, he went to sit on the back of the chair in the living room, and he's a big dude, and he just kind of started falling backwards a little bit, and all I saw was the ass crack of him as he was going over the chair and then rolled into the living room, and so I figured that was my time to leave.
I love it.
That's excellent.
Oh, and by the way, go ahead. It's
yeah.
your
I
turn.
don't know what I was going to talk
I
about.
don't know. Your shirts.
Well, it's one time I was
No, the hats.
I
We
was
have to talk about the hats.
Oh yeah, we got some
The
great
hats.
hats. But more importantly, one time I was at a concert
At band camp?
and I fell and I saved my beer. I was really excited that I saved my beer. I stood up so excited and smiling, and the beer was upside down and was just pouring out of the bottom. That's what it
That
reminds
was
me
kind
of.
of like the other day at Hooters. too.
Exactly. But we have some good hats, guys. DLS. All DLS has our first Stars hat. And Ryan's, it's done.
He doesn't have them.
It's over. We're done.
Tell us why you should be a diehard.
We have dope hats. You can be a diehard, so you get 20% off merch, 20% off events like our takeover.
20% off
You get
hats.
20% off these amazing hats that I bought. I'm excited about them.
Which one did you buy?
I bought the Stars one, the white one, and the black one with the little crest.
Nice.
Yeah.
The one
So,
that you can't quite.
I don't
explain,
quite
but-
understand it, but I
Yep.
think it's
But
going
you
to
got
look
it.
cool. Yeah. So
And those are all branded bills.
Scan that
hats
QR
like the
code.
ones down here.
get all that stuff, alldls.com. Become a diehard. Join the Discord. Do all the stuff, guys. You've been
This thing
watching. You
figured
know
out
what it's
now.
about.
I love it. All right, let's talk super chats because the chat tonight is having fun with us, as they should. But they think they can drive up our super chats into overtime.
Oh, just let's rifle them off.
So let's get started here.
I can't
Machine
help
gun it.
because I can't read any of them.
Do you remember the night you had your contacts in
great.
and you
It was
could?
great. I ran out of contacts.
You didn't learn that.
I ran out of them.
Oh, you ran
I need
out?
to order new ones. Yeah.
And you will
First one
never
from
not
my
wear
love,
your
Misty.
glasses.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not wearing my glasses.
All right, Sam, you want to try the first?
Oh, good Lord.
I Love Misty 1985 with a Lindell and a Ludwig. Oh, it moved on me.
Give you some Grundle.
Well, I'm glad that we got the win. I just wish it didn't have to be so stressful. I was worried that we'd have our first 3-0 lead plus fourth goal lost since April. Now I can relax doing data entry with Randy Johnston's stats. Randy Johnson's stat, not Johnston. Yes, you can play around with that and you can relax because, again, the Stars won, even if it was a little. But they did that in Winnipeg last time. They raced out to a huge lead and then, right? Whatever. Hung around.
Bing bang.
Mouse 33, what's up? Sam, do you remember that ad campaign?
No.
The what's up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, you do. Are you paying attention?
Yes.
Okay. Do y'all worry? Oh, sorry. This is a Haskin and 99 Cup here. Do y'all worry they keep getting outshot each night? Is it sustainable in playoffs against the heavy hitters? Love the content, gents. Keep it up. We've talked about this.
I agree with that comment.
Are you worried about the
I'm
shot
not,
volume?
I'm not worried about it, but I do think that as the next 40 to 50 games get on rolling down the road, that they're going to clean up some of that. I mean, again, There's still little pockets of things that they got to fix. So I do think that they're going to get better. But again, sometimes there's good players on other teams too. They find ways to get pucks to the net. It's more about the other end.
I'm getting yelled at to put my glasses on, but with sports, TO with a gift Supporters Club membership, and I Love Misty sent 10 Supporters Club memberships. So thank you guys for spreading the love. We appreciate it.
We love it.
I'm not
All
wearing
right.
my glasses though, so stop telling me to do it.
Okay, Sam,
those
this
things
one is
are.
the one that we usually would have you do. It's Finger Blaster 911
Oh, love it.
with a Lundqvist and
Love
a
a good finger
Heiskanen.
blaster.
My uneducated hockey brain tells me that our successful power play is/will be our tough guy for 2026.
Yeah, I just think that they keep this thing rolling. They get into playoffs. Teams will not want to play as aggressively and physical as they would like to because they know it can end a series by a hot power play.
It's what we complained about for years, right? But if you're going to score every time, then we're not going to complain about it.
Bing bang.
By the way, T.O. just did another 10. They are trying so hard to get Kayla.
Still nothing.
And still no. We have Turks with a space, so you have to pause. Turks with a Heiskanen 99 cup here. Stay with me here. Oh, boy. That always is a good way to start.
That's fun.
They expend the minimal effort required to win almost nightly. It's a feature, not a bug. It's been this way for years. I think it's more along the lines of a bit of human nature when you get a lead to let off the gas a little bit. But also, Luds, you said this in the Pittsburgh game when we were over watching with the takeover. This team looks tired.
Yeah.
And they haven't had a break, and they won't have one until after they play the Panthers. And even then, it's for only a day or two.
I do think they're tired.
Yeah.
I think all teams are tired, but I think you find a little
tired.
juice as their opponents find it because they know that they have to be at their best in order to just keep up with this team.
Sam, you get to read this one because it's about you.
The Sabres are in overtime, by the way.
Bing
Of
bang.
course they are.
What? No, we're not.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Sabres are in overtime with the Oilers.
Luds got worried already.
Yeah.
I can't read it.
You can't?
No.
Burned Oils.
Super chat. Burned Oils, Darian Hatcher, and the year after the Cup
Darian Hatcher.
want Sam's hips to be. I can't read this at all.
He says,
Why don't you read it on your
says-
computer?
That's a
Did
good
you have
point.
it up?
Better idea.
Oh, I
he
thought you
says
were
I
watching
want
that
Sam's L hips, I think it means lips, but there's an H in there, to be pristine. Let him put his chap.
That's fair.
All right. Then we have R00G70, which could be Raj, Rug, a DeSmith, and a Lundqvist, but didn't put anything else in there. And then there's another one from the same person with a DeSmith and a Petrovic. So maybe they're just giving shout outs to those players. So Ryan, as the producer, how about a drop dealer's choice for our two super chats without any comments in it? And you can pick whichever. Is your mic on so we can all hear you? See, he goes all when we see and nobody hears a thing.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'd like
I don't forgive
to
you.
use a couple C words.
Oh, let's get
Right
the
now, I
C
have
words
to
one.
stop saying.
No,
bitter.
that's a
That
good
one-
one.
Okay, that's enough. And grundles.
I like
I
to
can
it's
say
all
sluts.
Luds.
Don't.
It's one of my favorites.
What about when I went to the bathroom with Luds?
What?
What?
All right, Spit and Chicklets with a DeSmith
Oh.
and a 99 cup beer. Go Stars, good win. Got my DLLS Stars t-shirts. Thank you. All right, love
All right,
it.
Now just change your name to DLS Stars instead of Spit and Chicklets. Eh?
Yeah, I like that. I love Misty 1985 with
Wink.
a Ludwig and a Pavelski. Ding.
Oh,
Quick,
snap.
let's send in more super chats. Ding. And then we go to I Love Misty 1985 again. Sam, that's a hat trick. Ones you got to throw a hat. Fun fact: Luds was born in the same year the original West Side Story and Catch 22 were released. One of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies
Warriors
and
come out
favorite
to play.
And then
Is that not in that movie?
No, that's
That's the
Warriors.
Sharks. No, that's the Sharks and the Jets, right?
that's West
Yeah,
Side
but you
Story.
said Warriors.
Yeah, that's what what's his name said when he was bringing the bottles, clicking the bottles in.
Isn't that the movie The Warriors?
No, it's from
I
West
don't
Side
even
Story.
know what that movie is.
Moving on.
Come on, you're supposed to be the
Next.
soundbite guy.
We have more?
Bing bang.
Yes. Anthony P. with a Hatcher and Year After the Cup. Please get these guys permission to use video replay.
Yeah, please. I don't know how we do it, but it would be awesome to do.
Well, it's pretty fun to watch. Luds, if you had video, would you still telestrate or would you just talk as the video goes?
No, I think if you are trying to teach and get people to understand, you still have to do the circles and the arrow.
You kind of have to pause.
But you could just pause it.
But then you could hit play and say, now that I've told you, watch this.
Yeah. But
That'd be nice.
I think we're still trying to. I mean, part of what we're doing is trying to get you.
All
to
right, Sam,
understand.
here you go.
Oh, there you go.
Still trying to get a shirt.
Sports Guy TO.
Sports Guy TO with yep. Yeah, no.
Liam Bichel.
Liam, I can't read it.
Okay, really? He made it huge. Liam Bichel
No,
and
it's because the light behind it.
99
white.
Cup here. Luds, could you be lured to Hooters for 2 periods while Owen is at the arena? If so, I'm buying.
You do not have to lure him.
Whoa.
I think he's already
I'm
done that
in.
before.
T.O. wants
Lured.
to know if for the
have to
first and
lure
second
me.
period of a home game
He has
while
done
I'm
that
at the
already.
arena, would you be willing to go let T.O. buy you beverages at Hooters?
You might even get him for free, TO. Because I
Oddly,
don't think
Ryan
Lud's
and I
paid for any
talked
of them.
about if our little telestrator thing, if it would work sitting at Hooters. And he made the mistake of saying yes. So I'm like, okay.
Oh boy, I can't wait for that next home game, T.O. All right, Rube or Raj with a Hatcher, and you're after the cup. Owen,
I read that one.
Owen mad at my. Well, you read it then if you can read it.
Owen mad at my super chats because I called him itchy.
He said I looked itchy.
Yeah.
I love Missy 1985 with a Baker's dozen hat trick. That doesn't make sense. The fourth one.
That's not right.
Ludwig, it's definitely not right. Ludwig. Sabres won in overtime. Suck it, Soilers.
They
All right, they won at
So
least.
the Oilers got a point, but they didn't win.
They blew it, though. There's more. Go. Keep going.
Another one?
I got it. At Starstruck95, DeSmith and Cup year, let's take this to triple overtime.
You know what's
No.
funny? You know what's funny? We still
Ryan.
we have 4 minutes. We're fine.
Don't tell them that.
They know.
Ryan, I would just like to be clear.
Do we? I thought
West
we
Side
said-
literally
Story. The
says
line you
right
are
here.
referring to is Warriors come out to play, and they're clinking little Coke bottles together.
Come on,
I've only
Ryan.
heard that in the movie The Warriors.
I did not
Ryan,
know.
What are you talking about?
When we
The
started our
movie The
post-game
Warriors.
show
Yeah, you
tonight,
said West Side Story.
that we were going to have a West Side Story
West Side
debate
Story.
Okay,
between
I'm
Luds
Right
and
there,
Ryan.
West Side Story.
But I am totally here
People,
for it.
now do it. What do you call it again?
Super chat.
Yeah, do that and tell Ryan he's wrong.
Ryan.
You know what?
You need to learn your pop culture.
Oh, that movie came out before I was born, like 30 years before I was born. So
I feel like I Love Misty would be usually is king of the specific or obscure stat. I feel like he would know that Luds is right about West Side Story.
Yes, we have a real super chat. And by real, I mean not trying to get us to overtime. It's a real question.
Okay.
At Mouse33, what's up? I'm going to say Oscar Beck.
Yeah.
And you're after the
I
cup?
like it.
Last question, gents. After losing Tyler Seguin, how aggressive do you see the Stars getting at the trade deadline with the assets they have, and who fits the bill?
If there's something there, they will. I don't.
They're not going to just overly be aggressive because he's out.
They're not.
I think
They're going
were
to get
sho-
Robo done.
I think they
So-
were shopping a rental anyway
That's
before Sagan got hurt.
it's a rental thing probably.
But I wouldn't be so like they brought Mikael Granlund in at the deadline.
Yep.
I would love to see him bring another player
the,
like
the
that.
only problem is where when you're where you are as a team, and when you have those key injuries, the prices are very, very high.
Yep. And they really can't afford
Oh,
anyone
Ryan.
that has a contract. So it's going to be a rental. Malkin, we talked about, but the Penguins have to be out of a playoff spot. Ryan O'Reilly, but he has the contract. So not sure yet, but it's a rental.
By the way, there are others that are saying they would love to join the Hooters crew if Lutz is there for road games.
At Art
Road
Ross,
game-
winner,
home games, guys.
Jamie Ben.
Home games.
Casey DeSmith and the Cup. Your thoughts on Swiss national team banning Bichel? Pretty simple on this one. He broke the rule, and they did not go back. They stuck with what they said.
I would love to know more about the actual disagreement initially. I understand that the Federation and all the players are in agreement that that is the rule, but there seems to be some possible extenuating circumstances from Bichel's injury, and he played a lot of hockey, and so he skipped one. But, Luds, you ready to go to the next one?
Yep, here we go. Next one. I Love Misty 1985 with a
Ludwig.
Craig Ludwig. Warriors come out and play. It was Warriors, not West Side Story.
Vindicated.
Who do we believe? Luds or I Love Misty?
It's right here.
I don't believe Ryan. No offense.
It's in the Sharks West Side Story.
For those of you asking about Bichel,
We will have to follow up on
it was
the,
a World Junior event. He declined to attend, and I want to say it was a train. Sam, was it a like a camp, like a training camp for
The line you're referring to
World
is
Juniors?
Warriors Come Out and Play is from the film Warriors. The film you're thinking of that features Jets and Sharks is West Side Story. However, that line Come Out to Play is not in West Side Story.
Well, I didn't read all that.
Ryan is correct. You were literally reading that as your proof, but it was wrong. I didn't
I
hear
don't
what you
believe
said.
We
that.
have
This is
a-
wrong. You can never trust this stuff.
That's a Google machine.
It's very true because
That's Wikipedia.
I was looking at a Mike Modano stat the other day when we were talking about most career points and I think most points with the Stars, how many games when he hit this or that. And guess what? I got a different answer every time I hit refresh from the AI. We have a show tomorrow, 2:00. We'll be here.
We're going
And
to talk about
Sean,
Olympics, so we will talk more about Bishop.
Sean will be
tomorrow,
here
'cause I
as
know
well.
there's stuff on that.
Thank you so much for joining us. T.O. Warriors Come Out to Play is from Warriors. Haskin and 99. Last Super Chat. We're out.
See ya. Bang.
We all silly like the mayor.